Hello students. So we have completed chapter 6. So today I will give you some extra information regarding this chapter 6. That is more to know. If you are interested in knowing extra thing from these live processes about which we talked about. One is the ATP. We have already completed the cellular processes, that is cellular respiration, and you must have found that during cellular respiration or during the respiration, the energy which is produced from oxidation of glucose, that is converted into ATP, from the ADP. Now ADP stands for adenosine diphosphate molecule and ATP stands for adenosine triphosphate molecule. Like in this ADP there are two phosphate groups are there, whereas in ATP 3 phosphate groups are there. Now when the energy is released, the ADP, they take up that energy and is converted into ATP. Our body can utilize the energy which is present in the ATP only. So the ADP plus the phosphate, the energy which is released, because of that the phosphate group gets attached into ADP. As a result, the ADP is converted into ATP. P stands for the phosphate group. Now in our body there are two type of chemical reaction takes place. One is known as endothermic reaction. Endothermic reactions means the type of chemical reaction which requires the energy. So those endothermic reactions or the endothermic processes which takes place in the cell, from where they get the energy, they use the energy from the ATP. As a result, the ATP gets converted into ADP. The second type of reactions, they are exothermic reaction. Exothermic reactions means they liberate the energy. Like respiration is an exothermic reaction. When the respiration takes place, energy is released, and in that case ADP gets converted into ATP. Now this one molecule of ATP, how much energy is being liberated when one molecule of ATP gets converted into ATP? ADP is 30.5 kilojoules per mole of energy is released. Okay. Now as you know, there are different type of energies, like there is a mechanical energy, there is a light energy, there is an electrical energy, etc., etc., and all these type of energy, they are used for different purposes. This is just to tell you that what is the meaning of ATP, what is ADP, and our body can utilize only one type of energy, that is the energy which is present in the form of adenosine triphosphate. ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Another extra knowledge, that is about the artificial kidney. We have talked about the excretory system. In excretory system, we have seen that the function of the kidney is to filter the blood. As a result, the blood get purified. Now there are many cases in which the kidney doesn't work. Why the kidney doesn't work? Many factors are responsible. Some of the factors can be there is an infection, or there is an injury, or because the blood flow in the kidney is less. As a result, the kidney stop working. Now if the kidney stop working, then the poisonous substances, the toxic substances which are produced in the cell, they will get accumulated in the blood. Now what are those poisonous substances? That is nitrogenous waste material. And what are those nitrogenous waste material? The urea, uric acid and ammonia. As a result, if the kidney doesn't work, then the ammonia, urea and the uric acid, they get accumulated or they get concentrated in the blood, and these are poisonous substances, and if their concentration increases too much, then the death can take place. So these poisonous substances that has to be removed from the body, otherwise it may lead to the death. So if the kidney stop working, then these nitrogenous waste products, they can be removed from the blood through a process, and that process is known as dialysis. So dialysis is a process by which the nitrogenous waste product, they are removed from the blood if the kidney stop functioning. Now how that dialysis is being done? There is a artificial kidney. Now what is artificial kidney? There is one type of a machine that is known as a hemodialysis. Hem means blood, hem means blood, dialysis means the some blood get purified. So the artificial kidney is known as hemodialysis. In this artificial kidney, this is a diagram of an artificial kidney. Now in this artificial kidney or in this hemodialysis, there are many tubes are present. You can see these red colored tubes are there, and these tubes जो हैं, they are semi permeable. Semi permeable means they can allow certain fluid to pass through it. These tubes, they are present in a chamber, and outside this tube one fluid is there which is known as a dialyzing solution. So this yellow color solution, ये येलो कलर का जो सोल्यूशन है ये डायलिसिंग सोल्यूशन है, एंड ये जो ट्यूब्स हैं, दीज आर सर्टन ट्यूब्स विच आर मेड अप ऑफ अ मटेरियल, एंड दैट मटेरियल इज सेमी परमिएबल और एंड इट इज सिलेक्टिव परमिएबल. सिलेक्टिव परमिएबल मीन्स सिलेक्टिवली some of the substances can pass through the surface from the tube. Tube के surface में से कोई substance can pass through it, and these tubes are embedded, these tubes are present in a solution which is known as a dialyzing solution. Now there is a provision in which the fresh dialyzing solution that is added in this chamber and the used solution, dialyzing solution, can be taken out. Now what has been done, from one of the artery, suppose this is a patient, इस patient की kidney work नहीं कर रही, so the blood from this patient is taken out. Okay, from where? From an artery. एक artery में से तुमने देखा होगा कि हम आर्म से, रिस्ट से यहाँ पे ब्लड लेते हैं. सो ब्लड इज टेकन आउट फ्रॉम एन आर्टरी, एंड देन दिस ब्लड इज पास्ड थ्रू अ पंप, एंड देन इट passes through all these tubes. Now the concentration or the composition of this dialysing fluid is almost same as that of blood plasma, except in this solution the urea, ammonia and the uric acid, which are excretory substances which we want to remove from the blood, they are not present. When the blood from the person, it moves through these tubes, then from the surface of this tube, by the process known as diffusion, the urea, uric acid and ammonia, that is the nitrogenous waste product, those are removed from the blood and that come in the dialysing fluid, and this dialysing fluid is taken out, and the purified blood means the blood from which this nitrogenous waste material has already been removed, that is pumped back, that is inserted back into the vein of an person. Remember, the blood is always taken out from the artery and blood is always inserted inside the vein. Just see here, it is written the line from the apparatus to the vein, and here this is an artery. So this is known as a dialysing chamber, and this machine जो है, it is known as a hemodialysis, which purify our blood. Okay, so otherwise the poisonous waste material, nitrogenous waste material should not get concentrated in the blood because they may lead to the death. So this is regarding the artificial kidney or the hemodialysis. Another thing which must be given in this chapter number 6 is regarding the tooth decay. Now the tooth decay occurs because हमारे जो teeth हैं they are made up of enamel and the dentine. Okay, if we don't brush our teeth, then plaques are formed. Bacteria, they grow and they form plaque. These bacteria form certain acid and the saliva don't reach to the dentine or to the dentine or to the enamel. As a result, tooth decay occurs. Okay, this is the extra information which a student may want to know from all these live processes. Next time we will be talking about the next chapter. Thank you, students.